I know that was a lot of talk, so let's deploy. So jumping over here to the hosting page, I just clicked hosting right here, going into get started, and here it tries to explain to me how to use this. Step 1, install something with npm install. I've done that so many times. Well, let's just do it. npm install global of Firebase are tools. That's what we want to install. Let's just shut this down while we wait, or at least open something that's readable. So the Firebase tool has now been installed. Let me just clear the console down here. Whoopsies. There we go. What's next? So I'll just press continue. Now it says you need to do a Firebase login. Why is that the case? Well, I need to kind of explain to my local system that this is my Firebase account, right? So let's try and do that. So first of all, Firebase login. It'll ask me, can we collect some information? Yes, you can. And then this guy pops up. So it asks me pretty much, Angular CLI would like to do something, and yes, that's okay. It wants to kind of have access to my cloud platform projects right here. You can read this, and you can read the limitations and what you're getting from this, and I'll just say allow it because I want Angular CLI to kind of work with my system. And there we go. Now it says we're happy and we can start working with Angular CLI. So it's just an acceptance from Firebase to my local setup of Angular CLI that just happened right there. Good. Jumping back to the hosting. Next it says you need to do a Firebase init right here. So let's try and do that. Firebase init. Boink. And now it'll ask me a few questions. Let me just try and see if we can get this. It asks me, what do you want to start out with? Well, I want to do some hosting right here. I'll press enter. Okay. Which project? Well, I want to use the family sharing app because that's the one I just built. Okay. Now here's a very important one. What do you want to use as your public directory? We want to use dist, because that's the name of our folder right here. Dist. Good. Do you wanna, is this a single page application? Yes, Angular is single page application, not the old default setup where we kind of had to pull the entire application. We only have to pull information that we need to get right now. So it's what we call a single page application. So yes here. The next one you have to say no. You do not want to override this HTML file because it's perfect the way it is. If you override it, you won't get your page. So you have to say no here. Very important stuff here, these steps. Dist, yes, no. There we go. So now it says it's taking care of setting up a new file for me. Let's try and just click here and you'll see two new files popping up. A Firebase JSON that pretty much just explains everything that we just put in there, right? That was the steps I just took. It also added Firebase RC right here, just explaining where my project is. Sweet. Let's see if this worked. The last step we have to do is just do a Firebase deploy like this. Let's try and do that. Firebase deploy. Firebase. Let's do it. And there we go. It says it hosted 7 files has been uploaded now, and they should now be available, and we should be able to look at this page right here, which is already set up with HTTPS, by the way. Notice that. And there we go. Look at this. Look at this beautiful app we have right here. I guess that that's just as easy as it pretty much can be. Let's see if we even have, oh, look at that, everything's up there. Nommy, nommy, nommy. We can go to albums. Oh yeah, we can do that too. I love it. So that's all we had to do. Now we've actually deployed the first Firebase application. So now our Angular app is actually ready to use right here. We can go in and do some things with it, like we can go in and delete it. We can roll back to previous versions when we start committing more of these versions and stuff like that. We'll get back to that later. We can even connect it to a real domain if we wanted to. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. You just deployed your first Firebase app. You did good. See you next time.